I had a little bit of extra time today, so I decided why not come at y'all with another video about investments. So today we're going to take it from a slightly different angle. This video is primarily going to be about cryptocurrency. You may have heard a lot about Bitcoin, and especially over the past few weeks, people have been talking about Dogecoin and how it's gone up, and how Robinhood, with their sneaky ways, have tried to restrict the amount of Dogecoin you could buy. So we're going to mainly talk about Coinbase, which is a brokerage that I have opened an account in, but I don't have it verified yet. So I cannot actually put money in there, but you can still see all of the different coins that's available for sale. And you can see the charts and over however many years, the performance of each one. So I'm going to share my screen so that y'all will be able to see the performance of each one. So right here, it says that the market is up 5.37% for today. And right here, you can look at all assets or tradable assets. So you want to look at tradable assets because those are assets, those are coins that you can actually buy on Coinbase. So you see the top two, you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Litecoin is a really big one. And then you have USD coin, which is basically pegged to the US dollar. So this is a coin that you would want to invest in if you're trying to prevent yourself from losing money due to inflation. And then you see, you just go down the list, you have plenty of coins. So it seems like besides this one coin, DAI, which did not even go down, it just stayed the same, negative 0.00%. Everything else went up. Look at how much UMA went up. Look at how much the graph went up. And Ethereum did very well. Now, in general, Bitcoin is probably the best out of all of these simply because they have a very high market cap. You see almost $700 billion. So how cryptocurrencies essentially work is instead of having it like a government run currency or a gold based currency. So instead of the value of the money being tied to a certain amount of gold or the value of the money being tied to whatever the government says, it's instead tied to a decentralized platform online, and there's a limited number of coins that can ever be made. So here's something to keep in mind. Only 21 billion, 21 million Bitcoins will ever be produced. So they've already produced about 10% of the Bitcoins that will ever be produced. And so that's why the value keeps going up, because they get rarer and rarer. So that's why it's good to buy now before they release all of the coins. In other words, because there's a limited supply of these coins, they end up having more value than the dollar, for instance, because the government constantly prints more and more money every year. And so money loses its value. But with these coins, since there's a limit, as you get closer to the limit, the price tends to go up. But it is still very risky. And the reason why it is very risky to invest in these is that you don't know which one of these coins is going to rise and which one of these coins is going to fall. So one thing that I suggest when you're investing in cryptocurrency is not to just invest in Bitcoin. Okay, don't just invest in Bitcoin. Some people, what they like to do, they like to put half into Bitcoin and half into Ethereum. But then you're going to miss out on all of these other coins. So what I would recommend is just looking at them based on market cap and also by their metrics. So let's click on Bitcoin for a second. So you see where the graphs are 1 year. So over 1 year, it's gone up by 300%. Okay. Now let's look at Ethereum. Let's compare that. It's gone up by 760 something percent. So you see what I mean? If you put everything to Bitcoin, you'll miss out on higher gains. So this is my strategy. You see how you see popularity on Coinbase? So the more people that buy a coin, the higher the price is going to get. The more people that sell it, the lower it's going to get. What I would recommend is taking the top 10 just to make it easy. take the top 10 coins by popularity on Coinbase and investing in them. Once again, like if you go to Litecoin, this is number 3. And Litecoin, look, it's done very well. So I wouldn't say necessarily that you should equally weight these like you would with stocks, for instance, but you definitely could weigh them at certain weights depending on their market cap. So actually, I'm going to go into Google Sheets and plot this out, because I feel like the best way for us to determine what to do is for us to examine it across time. So Bitcoin, for instance, well, let's just do 1 year. So we'll have our top 10. We'll have Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm going to blow it up so that y'all can see. Hold on 1 second. All right, well, I'll just try to zoom. Okay, here we go. There we go. So hopefully y'all can see this. So we'll have Bitcoin, Ethereum, we'll have Litecoin, which is number 3. So we just listen them in order, y'all. So you see Chainlink is number 13. So we're gonna go back. Let's look at Bitcoin Cash. 6th most held. So let's just count down. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Bitcoin Cash. The reason why I say with coinage you should do this is because stocks values tend to be driven more so by literally the underlying value of the company. So for instance, if they are making a certain type of product that's in high demand, it'll go up. In other words, factors like the product specifically they're offering have more to do with their success than just the number of people that are actually buying and actually selling. Now, that does have an effect on stocks, but it's not as big of an effect on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really just selling itself. It's not selling a particular product. So as a result, it's entirely influenced. The price is entirely influenced by how many people are buying and how many people are selling. In fact, and I don't know enough about this, but if you were able to figure out a way where in real time you could actually see this many folks buying Bitcoin, this many folks selling it, you would be able to know when the best time to buy is and when the best time to sell is to maximize your profit. But that's just something to think about. I think on Coinbase they do tell you, if you go into the app on the Play Store, they have listed on there the percentage of people on Coinbase that's buying it and the percentage of people that's selling it. However, I think this may be over the course of a week. I don't think that it actually shows the numbers in real time, because otherwise you would see the numbers constantly changing. So it may take a little minute to see how many are in the top 10. Okay, this is number 4. Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to title these. So this is just going to be coin. We're going to put it in bold. Or crypto rather. Crypto. Then right here, we're going to do We're going to do a running total. We're going to do 1 month and 1 year. I think that that's pretty decent to go back 1 month and 1 year just to get a a depiction of how it's going to perform. Now, one reason why I'll tell you it's good to use 2020 in particular is because we had the pandemic in the early part of the year that kind of set everything back. So this may give you a closer snapshot of what it would be like during a recession more so. Um, but we do see that the stock market now is at an all-time high, but the stock market is very different from the crypto market. So let's go back to Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens over a year went up by 416.8%. And actually, I'm going to just go ahead and put the data in and then show you how I was able to create these charts. So over 1 month is gone, 151.23. Okay, 151.23. So you can see that now. For the sake of time, I think what I'll do is I'll just do the top 5. I'm gonna find this 5th one, but for the sake of time, we'll just do the top ones. Because it's a lot to go over when you're talking about crypto. So 123.08, and then over a month, 13.23. So far, these are looking very good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to compare this to Bitcoin. In other words, if you would put all your money into Bitcoin, 766.6. And over a month, 111.72. So you can clearly see that Ethereum and Stellar Lumens have been doing very well. Litecoin hasn't been doing the best it could do, but it's still pretty legit. Bitcoin 16.24. 303.11. So what I like to do first, I like to center everything so that it looks nice and neat. So now we're going to do the 5th one when I find it, and then we're just going to see what the top 5 look like. And the thing is, I'm not sure which one is the top 5. The 5th one. So yeah, you see right here on the side it says submit ID plus photo verification. So one thing I will say, when you make an account in Coinbase, they're gonna probably ask for you to take a picture of your social security card. So that's just a heads up. I know Webull does the same thing. Robinhood will let you just type in the number and then you take a picture of your license. But Coinbase typically requires you to take a picture of the actual card. So that, like I said, it's just a heads up for anyone who decides that they want to create an account with Coinbase that is verified. The Graph is a pretty good stock, but I'm thinking Ripple would probably be number 4. I think Ripple would be number 4. Actually, you know what? I think I might be able to search them by popularity. It's easier to do this on my, on the phone. It would be easier to do this on the phone, definitely. All right. Well, what we'll do, we'll just do these 4. We'll just go ahead and do these 4. So you're going to do =, average, parenthesis, and then you just highlight. Look. Equals, average, parenthesis, highlight. Okay, so what did we do just now? What did we do just now? Basically, what we did is we said if you put an equal amount of money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Stellar Lumens, you would have gotten a return of 402.4% over a year and 73% over a month. Those are incredible returns to get that much, because we're averaging it up. You see, that's assuming we put the same amount in. Now, if we were to put, so in this example, this is actually a really good one, because you basically putting 25 into Bitcoin, 25%, 25%, 25%. So this actually is probably a decent portfolio on its own. Seeing as how a lot of these other coins, if you keep going down, they don't have that many people buying them. Like District Ox, you only have $80 million bought. But then you see each coin is only worth 13 cents. So that's just something to keep in mind. But it's always good, as a general rule, to keep half of your crypto portfolio in Bitcoin and Ethereum. But, 50%, but you wouldn't want to necessarily keep the whole thing, because you want the benefits of diversification to give you higher returns. So as you can see, the performance is lower than Ethereum and it's lower than Stellar Lumens, but it's higher than Litecoin and higher than Bitcoin. Okay. And that's why it's so important, because when you equally weight them, like I said, you don't have to worry about putting too much in a bad one, and you don't have to worry about putting too little in a good one. Yes, you could have put more in Ethereum than 25% and got even higher returns, but you have no way of knowing whether Ethereum is going to do well, or whether these other stocks are going to, well, other cryptocurrencies rather, will do well. So because you don't know for sure how things are going to happen, it's best to just equally weight them as much as you can. But I recommend, like, if you decide to do the top 10, you would do like 50%, well, 25% in Bitcoin, 25% in Ethereum. And then if you did 8 more, then you would just put small amounts into each one until you get to 100%. That's what I would recommend. But that's just me personally. But I think this portfolio already would be fine. Unfortunately, unlike the video that I made yesterday about stocks, there is no back test that you can, there's no website you can go to do a back test. So that's why I just had to manually enter it in to the system. So let me see what else we can discuss. We could discuss, how cryptocurrency works. How cryptocurrency works. Can you lose money with cryptocurrency? This is something that's important. So you see that they're very volatile. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. To be honest with you, you see where you have Stellar Lumens. I'm going to write this down. You should probably switch out Ripple with Stellar Lumens. That's just me. Even though Stellar Lumens is number 4, Ripple has been doing very well. People like Boyce Watkins have been talking a lot about Ripple making a lot of big moves. Dogecoin, let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think you can buy Dogecoin through Coinbase, because I don't see it on the list of tradable assets. Now, watch this. Watch this. So you click on all assets, and you see right here, you can see Ripple. So let me see. Maybe Ripple isn't tradable anymore. Okay, Ripple is tradable. Ripple is tradable. Good. And you see Ripple XRP. You see that Ripple, let me write that down too. Ripple is probably going to be under XRP. XRP. So type in XRP as opposed to Ripple. But like I said, when you go to tradable assets, let's type in Doge coin. All right, so it did come up, but we're going to click on it just to check. Okay, Dogecoin is not supported by Coinbase, so you can't buy it. And in fact, when you scroll down, there's no buy or sell button. And look at this, 1 year. Look at how much it's gone up. But unfortunately, you cannot access it through Coinbase. So actually, let me make sure that Ripple is available. I don't want to get y'all hopes up about a cryptocurrency. Yeah, it's not supported by Coinbase. And this is ridiculous because I remember when it was up on Coinbase. Okay, look at this. In light of the SEC's action, let me blow this up. In light of the SEC's action against Ripple Labs. All right. In light of the SEC's action against Ripple Labs, trading in XRP has been suspended as of January the 19th. And okay, and then it's just a bunch of PR mess. But basically, they're saying that I think this may have something to do with some of the fallout. A lot has been going on in January with the market. And see, it was the 5th. It was number 5. So that's why we couldn't find number 5, y'all. You remember I was looking to see what come after Stellar Lumens. It was Ripple. Because I knew, I was like, I know Ripple been making big moves. But it seemed like not even a month ago, they banned it. Not even a full month ago. So if y'all listening to the video and y'all decide to post in the comments, just let me know if y'all are aware of any brokers that allow you to buy crypto that are still allowing people to buy Ripple. But if the SEC did something like this, maybe folks just can't buy Ripple, period. I'm going to actually find why they did this. So it says that they formally respond. It lost half of its market value. How it plans to defend SEC charges. It was the number three. Okay. So basically they're saying that this company was named Ripple. It was a software lab. And they didn't register their securities when they began selling. So apparently they just didn't file the correct documents with the SEC. Now, does everybody properly file their documents? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it was on there. It was on Coinbase for a long time. And then suddenly, they just took it off of there. I was surprised not to see it. I got Coinbase probably back in December, and it was on there. So basically, you're going to kind of be stuck with these as a top 4. And so you see how well the returns did. But I want you to notice something about Bitcoin. And this is why I say that crypto is so risky. Look over the 5-year period. So it's all the way up now. But look at this point in 2017. There was a huge cryptocurrency crash in late 2017, early 2018. It peaked at 19,000 something. It wasn't until November, December this year that it got past that point, So from December of 2017 until December of 2020, you would have lost money investing in Bitcoin. And you probably would have lost money in these other ones. That's why it's so important to have diversity in the stocks that you invest in. So that you have it spread out. So that if Bitcoin loses a lot, you still got a lot in these. But this is what I would recommend. Whenever you decide to invest money, I say you should put 90% into stocks. Whether we talking about Webull, or if you still, if you still mess with them, Robinhood and other brokers. And then you have 10% in crypto. But I would say I wouldn't put more than 10% of what you're willing to invest. So if you invest in, let's say, $100 a month, you should only be putting about 10 a month into crypto. And that's just to avert risk in case something like this happens. Because that's going to be a long 3 years you're going to be waiting. And you may end up waiting longer depending on how things go. So it's important to diversify. But even with that, I bet you if you looked at Ethereum, and I'm not sure Stellar Lumens existed then, but Ethereum, I think, did the same thing around the same time Bitcoin did. I just think that Ethereum may have not fallen as much as Bitcoin did, so you would have taken a little bit less of an L, but it still would have been an L nonetheless until the later part of 2020. And that's a long time to wait. That's a long time to wait. Meanwhile, if you put most of your stuff in stocks, you still making a profit because you just losing out on this 10%. And then you can wait the 3 years, 4 years, 5 years for it to go back up. You're going to be a lot more antsy if you put too much in crypto. So that's what I'll say about that. You know, the good times last for a good while, but they don't always last forever. And so that's one of the most important things about investing. So the main purpose of this video is just to talk about different cryptocurrencies, talk about how you have access to 42 different currencies on Coinbase. And I just wanted to show the statistics of equally weighting the 4 biggest cryptos that's available on the market in Coinbase and how you can make quite a bit of money. But at the same time, and I may put a disclaimer under the video, just like be careful when you are investing in cryptocurrency, because unlike stocks, cryptocurrency almost solely derives its value from the number of people buying, the number of people selling. Okay. And in some cases, it kind of correlates more so to the dollar as the US gets in more and more debt, and more and more people start to learn more about Bitcoin. You're going to see some of these coins begin to further increase because in the minds of some people, that's going to be the future, especially as things become automated, that eventually we may replace paper money. We may replace paper money with virtual money, aka cryptocurrency. So it'd be good to invest in now. It'd be good to invest in there now before you know, they have all the coins made and then you don't make as much profit. Because once they finish producing the coins, the price is going to probably remain steady. So anyway, that's my video about cryptocurrency. This is just kind of a basic overview, just showing y'all Coinbase and showing y'all these different currencies and whatnot. But I'm gonna probably come at y'all with another video soon. I don't know if it's gonna be about crypto or more about stocks. I'll just have to see. Also, I may do just some financial related stuff in general, like when you get your check, how much as a rule of thumb should you save, and of the amount that you save, how much should you invest? Because you do need to put some in the bank. But the thing is, banks don't have hardly any good interest rates anymore. You do better keeping your money under a mattress than in the bank because of how low the interest rates are. So if you want your money to work for you, it's vital that you invest. So you can pick from bonds, you can invest in commodities, you can invest in crypto, and then they have what they call alternative investments that you can invest in. But always try to make your money work for you. Save some, definitely, but also invest your money. So I'm going to be making another video about that. And so let me stop sharing my screen. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions about cryptocurrency or about different brokerages and stuff, or if you just like to give me some advice, because y'all may know more about different brokerages than I do. I'm mainly familiar with Coinbase. Then, just hit me up in the comments below. Y'all be safe out here. Thanks.